Hey, good morning and good evening. Who are newly joined, please allow us like a few more minutes. We see people still joining. Yeah, meanwhile, just to let you all know that all these recordings, like yesterday's day one, day two, everything will be, uploaded into YouTube under live. So you can refer that and let us know if there are any issues so that we can give you the recorded session to everyone. Please try to subscribe our YouTube. There are multiple upcoming interview sessions, multiple opportunities. You can also refer important cloud AI components related recordings, Google Vertex AI, Amazon Bedrock, machine learning, NLP, data science. More on there are 2, 3 videos on how to prepare for AI jobs. So each contains like 2 to 3 hours. So my one of my admin will post the YouTube link. So please try to subscribe. So that is the first one request. Can someone post the YouTube link? Thank you, Surya. And the second one, you can also connect to our LinkedIn, which is second priority for us. So where you can see our free boot camps or any important demos. Normally, we conduct like a Google Eco Studio, Google ecosystem, and Amazon ecosystem, and Azure ecosystem related boot camps as well. And we are also planning for AI certifications related concepts. So we may conduct 3 to 4 AI certification related demos where you can see our notifications in LinkedIn and YouTube and other WhatsApp groups also. So I request everyone, please subscribe to our AI Hub, KKR Gen Ai AI Hub WhatsApp community. Surya, you can post that as well so that our students will join there. And you can also try to ask your questions or any recorded session or any code related snippet or any PDF file or PPT, any documentation. Our team is ready to help you all. The next 20 plus hours, we will give you free of sessions across all the 20 to 30 hours. So closely it move to 30 hours next 4 5 weeks based on the plan and agenda. So please try to join the AI community. So that is where you will see all the notification. Even though you miss or something is not working over the email, we daily notify in the AI hub, our WhatsApp community. So please try to join. I promising here that you will get lot of useful tools, checklist, and lot of cheat sheets and lot of information. Even though we put some job related posts in LinkedIn, same thing will be given in the AI Hub WhatsApp community. So that's where you can quickly reference and if something is useful, you can apply for that. So please join our WhatsApp community. That is where it helps you to get the free notifications or some of the important classes also we post as a free public class. So even though you don't pay or you don't join with us, still you can refer some of the videos and classes. And yes, there are people who enrolled yesterday for one-to-one discussions and all. Even if you want, you can just like one-to-one discussions. You can join with us. You can enroll the form. In the middle of the class, we will give you the enrollment form. If you are really interested, please try to enroll with us so that we can call one-to-one and we can clarify all your queries. So with that, we are promising that we will help you on placing the jobs, and we have separate marketing team who can help you. There is no doubt on that, and these classes will be uploaded into YouTube. You can refer that, and we will help you on the course plan, and we will help you on the project live projects and all. And one of my mentor will guide you how we designed 30 to 40 project AI projects in GitHub from level 1 to level 3 advanced levels and all. And we have also live projects where we are working for some clients, like those are in starting stage where we are preparing for the proof of concept to demo to our clients to get the business. You can still join and contribute there as well. Many discussions, there are SMEs will be there, there are some freshers will be there. So you need to look out those WhatsApp groups and join with us. So those things will be available in the AA WhatsApp AA hub. We normally post there to join if somebody really interested to associate with us or contribute something with us to the clients and to the audience, so that we work with you guys. Okay, so that way also you can learn something from us. So please try to join everywhere wherever we put some link, so we don't misuse your information. It is private, and we secure your data and your contact information. So if something goes wrong, we are going to delete the WhatsApp group, and nobody can post or nobody can misuse, since we are the admins. Okay, that's what we are trying to protect everyone. Apart from that, like we said, we have many things automated in our system, in our GitHub. Those will be shared to everyone. Okay. So I see like we have enough people join, and if there are any issues, you can still join our YouTube live. And if there are questions, please try to put your questions in the chat box. So we'll prioritize all your questions and we'll answer in the last 30 minutes of this demo, so that our flow and agenda won't be disturbed. Okay. So we will be giving a 5 minutes break after 1 hour from now, so that we can will complete the first part one, and part two will be completed after break. With that, I welcome our Nagashekar Master to the audience. Please, Master, please take over. Before you take over, let me start recording as well to the cloud storage. Master, please welcome and start your today's agenda. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, good morning and good evening if you are from back home. So if you are able to see my screen and then if you are able to hear me very clearly, just type AI in the chat, guys. Just type AI in the chat. Yep. Yep. Thank you. So if you are for the first time coming to our classes, we are offering free boot camp. And yeah, myself, I am Nagashekar. I am kind of having around 6+ years of experience in building AI applications. Yesterday, we have our first class where we have discussed what exactly this generative AI technology is, and what exactly RAG is, what are the paradigms that are present in the generative AI. We'll continue our discussion today. And if you want to know more about me or if you want to connect me, I have provided my LinkedIn in the chat as well. Please feel free to connect in the LinkedIn. Okay. So with that being said, let's deep dive into day two's agenda. So today is officially our day two. What I'm going to discuss in today is that we will review what are the concepts that we have discussed. So first topic would be day one review. And once after doing that, what we are going to do today is that primarily I would focus on discussing what types of LLMs are there, LLM types. Okay. The third topic, what I'm going to discuss is I'm going to discuss the second paradigm. There are three paradigms in generative AI. Okay. If I want to talk about, everyone is talking about generative AI, right? So in generative AI, mainly there are three paradigms, or there are, you can think of this as a three sub under the main topic. There are three subtopics. So first one is RAG and its types. Second one is agents and agentic AI. Third one is fine tuning. So this entire thing, whatever we are going to talk, this comes under applied AI. What is applied AI? So in companies, so we, let's assume that you're working for X company, and right now companies are not willing to build the large language models. They don't want to reinvent the wheel, because all the large language models providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, all these companies are trying, they have already built these large language models, right? So companies are not willing to kind of build large language anymore. Instead, what they are trying to do is they are trying to build applications with the help of LLMs. That is the reason why you see in Twitter or everywhere you see there is something called RAG, agents, and then fine tuning. There is one more talk. All these, let's say, if you want to build, if you want to apply for tier 2 companies, tier 3 companies, or any startups. So these applied AI would be sufficient in order to transition. If you want to make a transition from some other career to this career, these three core concepts, building applications, thinking in uh, production mindset, enterprise mindset, that would definitely help you. Okay. So, but let's say if you want to work on pure AI. There is one more a branch which is called core AI. So this you need some sort of basics. Let's say if you want to build applications or if you want to build. So in core AI, what we are going to discuss is we are going to discuss about how to build large language model. Okay. So how the in whenever I say building large language model, there are two things. One is called pre-training. Second one, there is fine tuning, obviously, and there is something called reinforcement reinforcement learning with human feedback, RLHF. And there are few more concepts which are coming into place. There is something called unsupervised training. There is something called reinforcement learning training, and then all these techniques, these three techniques are used for building the large language models. And then there is one more technique which is called as inferencing. So inferencing is becoming more and more popular right now. So right now, whenever you ask any question to ChatGPT, and then if it is taking, let's say if it is taking 2 minutes, no one is going to bear with that, right? So there are so many inference engine optimization techniques that are coming in. There is something called pre-fill. There is something called post-fill. So there are bunch of techniques in that inference as well. So this is purely core AI, and in order to know this, we need to know the transformer architecture. We need to know some basics on natural language processing, deep learning, machine learning. Yeah, this is bit tough. You need so much of mathematical understanding and orientation stuff, but this doesn't need any mathematical stuff. So if you ask me, what is our course covering? What is our paid course covering? We cover both. Okay. In our 100 days course, our emphasis would be more on applied AI because there are more industry professionals. So we will have around 60 to 65% where we will discuss how to build applications and all this stuff. We'll also cover this as well. We'll cover 30% on how to build, how to understand the psychology of large language model, which we'll do this as part of our paid course. Okay. I see there are so many questions, but let me see. Okay, I think no questions. Okay. Okay. So with that being said, let's kind of come here and then see. So yesterday we talked about one paradigm, which is called RAG paradigm, right? We discussed about what exactly RAG, why we need RAG and all this stuff, right? So today we will discuss one more paradigm, which is called agentic paradigm, or we'll talk about AI agents. What is the difference between agentic AI versus AI agents? We'll talk about all those things, okay? And we'll also introduce what is fine tuning. So with that, we will be able to close our session today. Okay. From next week, we will see how to build applications. We'll start building applications with the help of RAG, with the help of AI agents. Whoever is taking the upcoming classes, they will show you how to build these use cases with the help of RAG paradigm, with the help of agentic paradigm. Hello, sir. If you are not building an LLM from core, do we need to concentrate much on that? Uh, yes, I mean, definitely. Because what is the why companies are not building LLMs? That is a big question to ask, right? Why are they not building is because for building any large language model per se, it requires billions and billions of dollars. It requires uh, heavy compute. It requires data. So, I mean, everyone wants their LLM that is good and fantasy to have. But right now, uh, because making LLMs is more and more powerful, and it requires more data, more compute, more human power. That is the reason why companies especially are not planning to build any large language models. Do we need to concentrate? Yes, of course, because today, uh, in today's world, AI agents if you are new, in 2022 we got LLMs. In 2023, in 2024, RAG is the popular thing. In 2025 and 2026, agentic AI is the popular thing. So we never know what is tomorrow's going to be, because in this day and age, because of so much of research which is going on, tomorrow we might need to work on LLM as well. Okay, so if you have understanding, that would be great. If not, once after going into this applied AI position, after working and building one or two applications, you can come and you can learn core AI as well. Do we need to really focus on NN neural network like skip grams, continuous bag of words, prior through this course? I mean, if you have understanding, it would be good. See, as I said, for applied AI, you don't need much on that. If you want to build anything, definitely you would need to know about on this core AI aspects. You need to know what is neural network, what is weight, what is neuron, what is activation function, uh, and then what is feed forward network, what is self attention. So all these concepts. So skip grams and continuous bag of words are in mostly used in converting text into embeddings, and the technique is called what to vec. I mean, you if you have understanding, that would be good. If not, that's not a prerequisite, is what I can say. Okay. So with that being said, let's kind of move further, and then will you cover text to SQL agents? Yes, definitely. I would cover whenever we are talking about LLMs. There are generally two types of RAG approach. Okay, so we yesterday we talked about who RAG, right? So there is whatever the RAG that we have discussed, that is called unstructured RAG. Okay, there is one more thing which is called structured RAG, which we might need to work on the text to SQL things. Definitely, our course will cover that entirely. Okay. So yeah, let's review the first one. Let's talk about day one's review. So in day one's review, what have you discussed is we have to, can we equate LLM to OS? Yes. You can think of, there is a paradigm by Andrew Karpathy where he is talking about this as the uh, LLM as the what I can say as OS. Okay. I'll share that analogy if you are interested. You can watch that as well. So in day one, what we have discussed is initially we understand that these large language models are very powerful. And I am simply asking question to large language models. And what these large language models are trying to do is these large language models are giving me the answers, right? So you ask the question, these large language models are called as autoregressive models. Can someone tell me what is the meaning of autoregressive models? Can someone tell me what is autoregressive models? What is LLMs are trying to do? Any answers, guys? In yesterday's class, I have given you what exactly autoregressive model is. Yes, everyone is saying right. So, what is this large language models are trying to do is if you ask a question, they are auto-regressively predicting the next token. So, they are not generating the answer in one go. Instead, what is this large language models are trying to do is they are trying to generate all the tokens auto-regressively. So, once at time t, it is generating token number 1. At time t plus 1, it is generating token number 2. At time t plus 3, it is generating token number 3. So if you see, what are these large language models? These large language models are trying to generate, or it is trying to predict next token auto regressively. Okay, that is what the large language model is all about. So if you ask a question to a large language model, if you ask a question to large language model, what large language model is trying to do is large language model is trying to answer the question. But companies, let's say company has abundant of information and then company has chat bots, right? And if you want to build, because these large language models are kind of an intelligent systems, why can't we leverage that intelligent system and then use for our company? Whenever I'm using for company, and then whenever I'm asking a simple question related to my private information or my proprietary information, what LLMs are trying to do is LLMs are trying to hallucinate. So how do we decrease the hallucination? Is one approach is that I have the question. Whenever I'm asking the question, I can send the uh, document to LLM, and then I can get the answer. But the problem with this approach is that the documents, whatever the policy documents, whatever we are having, that would be shared to the LLM holder, right? Whoever is hosting this LLM, whoever is providing this LLM, they would get this information. It is a huge security breach. And what if this policy document is of 10,000 page? So there is a problem with this large language model, which is called as context limits or knowledge, not knowledge cutoff, but context limit, where it can only read up to certain tokens. So every large language model, whenever they are releasing, they would release like, hey, context window size is 128K or 1 million or 500K or 200K. What does it means is that you can, the LLM can only read up to 200K words. Okay. And yeah, I mean, there are a few other concepts like context rot, uh, And I'm not talking about in detail. There are some problems, even though if the context size is 200K, you can't send 200K. But yeah, the problem is context size, which means that it can only read up to few pages. Let's say if it is 10,000 pages, it can only read up, let's say 5,000 pages. It can't read more than 5,000 pages. I'm just giving you some rough example. 5,000 pages is not the strict one, okay? But yeah, it can only read up to few pages. It can't read beyond that, okay? Then how do we overcome this problem is we have introduced an architecture called RAG where we have PDFs. What we are trying to do is we are trying to store this PDF into vector databases with the help of ETL. And whenever user asks a question, we send this question to vector database, we get the relevant information. Now, instead of we passing 10,000 pages, we are only passing less information. Less information, if we are passing less information, the cost would be less, and then the answers would be more accurate compared to the previous thing. Okay, so this approach is called retrieval augment generation. Uh, and then whenever we are talking about this ETL, we talked about what exactly PDF is, how we are extracting the content with the help of OCR, and then how we are transforming the extracted content using chunking and embedding, and then how are we loading this information into vector database is what we have discussed in yesterday's class. Okay, so this is a quick review of day one. Let's understand different types of LLMs, and then we'll talk about the agent as well. So let's try to understand what are the problems with the LLMs. Okay, what are the problems with the LLMs? Sorry, problems with the RAG. So right now we build the RAG system, right? And RAG system is working well for our company's information, right? So if you ask any simple question related to our company, does LLM answers that question or not, guys? Just say yes or no. I have my company's information and I'm storing my company's information into vector database. Do you think my LLM will answer if you are sending right context? Does that answer your question or not, guys? Yep, yep. Everyone is saying, most of you guys saying yes, right? Can you please let us know what vector database is being used for? Is it is it a way is it a way to query like simple SQL statements? Yes, you'll understand that more. Vector databases are more kind. The purpose is that, so the general thing is that whenever you are using the vector databases, in vector databases, what we have is, unlike SQL databases, SQL databases stores the information in tabular format, right? Whereas in vector databases, we store the information in the form of vectors. Everything is stored in vectors, okay? And the querying part, it is very simple. Yeah, we send the query to vector database, and then we get instead of we getting the exact matching answers, what we get is we get something called relevant answers. Okay. What are the problems with RAG, guys? Can someone tell me right now? Can someone tell me what are the problems with RAG? Yesterday we have discussed it, right? Let's say assume that you build the RAG system, put anything, whatever it comes to your mind. Don't worry about whether it is correct answer or wrong answer. Yeah, there are so many answers that are coming: poor ranking, outdates, latency, depicting the context, hallucination, security, context limit. Yeah, I mean, these are kind of few problems with RAG. The fundamental problem with RAG is that RAG, when in vector database, can someone tell me what is this vector database stores? Is this vector database only stores something called static information, right? So if you understand RAG correctly, whatever the documents or whatever the data that we are having, what are we trying to do? We are trying to have all those vector database. Vector database stores kind of static information, right? It's see, if you have policy information, or if you have any, if if data is present in the form of PDFs, or if data is formed in the form of shared points, or if data is present in the form of Word, then what you would be doing is you would be kind of having this static information in the form of vector database, right? What if you want to connect it to your customer database, customers information, all those information, where it is available? It is available in the SQL database, right? Or generally companies store them in SQL or no SQL database, right? Then how do we connect large language model with your SQL database? Yes or no? Is that the, we we can't connect with the help of RAG, right? If you have any SQL database, can we connect to the RAG? Yes, I mean we can. What I'm trying to say is, let's say, assume that you build a RAG system, you build a chatbot for your company. Okay, let's assume that you are having an e-commerce company, and then you build the chatbot with the help of RAG. Okay, guys, and you are asking a simple question like, "Hi," and then bot has whatever the chatbot that you build with the help of RAG. It says, "Hello, how are you?" And then the next question that you are asking is, hey, you are asking a question like, uh, when can I return? What is the return policy for so and so product? Now, what chatbot will do is it will take this question, send this question to vector database, and then it will give us the answer. Just say yes or no, guys. Will that answer will your RAG answers your question here or not? Just say yes or no for this question. You're asking a written policy. Will that answers your will chatbot answers your question? Yes, right? Now after that, customer is this is customer number one. Let's assume that you take customer number two, where in customer number two he is asking a question. He is coming here and then he is saying, he's asking the question number one as, hey, I'm so pissed off you guys. I ordered a product from so and so e-commerce. Let's assume that that e-commerce is ours. I ordered, and then I called to customer care, and then customer care guys told me that I would be getting product yesterday. After multiple calls, you are not giving me the product. Customer is so angry on our product, and in that case, what chat GPT? Let's assume that you build the chat bot with the help of RAG, and what it answers is, it answers that, hey, sorry for the inconvenience that we are causing. I would like to escalate this to the human, and we will resolve it very quickly. What if this says, and then does that answers the human question? Whatever the human is asking, right? Is your static RAG chatbot is satisfying the customer, or is it not satisfying the customer, guys? Here human is so angry, and then you are simply giving some static answers, right? Just say yes or no, guys. If human's concern is legitimate, let's say assume that if human here the human's concern is legitimate, why can't we give more power to AI, and why can't we ask to refund, or why can't we ask AI to give some coupon, if it is legitimate. So in order to do some action like canceling the product or getting the tracking information or giving some refund, so in those cases the whatever the chatbots that we build with the help of RAG won't be helpful, right? Then what we need to do is we need to give AI with some tools such that what it can do is it can learn, or it can connect to that, external databases, and then it can do. Let's say if this customer's query is legitimate. What do you mean by query is legitimate is that if user is following multiple times, and then if there is some delay in delivery, that is a legitimate query, and then that is a legitimate request, right? It is problem from us. So then if AI feels like this is a genuine thing, what it can do is it can connect it to the database, like whatever the orders database, and then it can say, hey, I'm refunding for so and so customer, and then it can refund the amount as well, right? So that we so if you see the scenario one for policy information, or if someone is asking uh, related questions, our chatbot will answer that. But in general things, I mean, users will not ask very simple questions, right? They will ask some real genuine things, and then customer satisfaction is very important if you are building chatbot, right? So how do we get the customer chatbot? I mean, customer satisfaction in these cases is not with the help of RAG. What we get is with the help of AI agents. Okay, so let's talk about what is this AI agents is all about. How do we build? What is an AI agent? So for the name called AI agent, generally, so the AI agent is the other way of uh, it is another way of providing the context to LLM. So if you see RAG, how are we providing context to LLM, guys? In the RAG approach for LLM, how are we providing the context? Which means that this relevant information. How are we providing this relevant information? Can someone tell me? Via vector database, right? Yep, sending it to vector database, and then giving only the relevant information. In the agents, we provide the information from something called tools. What is tool? So a tool can be web search. Let's say if you are having Google search, then let's say if LLM doesn't know that question. Now what we would do is we would send this question to Google. We'll get some information from Google, which I am talking about it as a tool. And whatever the additional information that I am getting from the tool, I'll pass that information to the tool, guys. Via this tool, I'll pass that information to LLM. So one way of providing the context or relevant information to LLM is via vector database and via RAG approach. In agents, because LLMs are not knowing something, okay, what we are trying to do is we are trying to give additional context. Okay, we are trying to give additional context in the form of tools. Okay, we have some tools like web search tool, we have several other tools such that if LLM needs any information, it will go and call the tools and then get that information. Okay, guys. So what is an agent? So an agent is combination of four things. There are four key pillars. One is the large language model itself. Itself is one key elements, because without large language model there is no agent, guys. So if anyone is saying agent, under the hood, the intelligent creature is the intelligent creature is the LLM, guys. Okay, and how are we getting for LLM? If LLM wants to work perfectly, what it needs is it needs context, right? Who is providing that context is the tools. The tools can be anything. The tools can be your database where it has the order details, the customer information, tracking information, all those database, or it can be web search where your web search tool, or you can build your own tools for performing some other operations. Okay, so these tools provides the LLM to get more information. Okay, and whenever it is performing that, what we need is we need something called memory. So what is meant by memory is there are, let's assume that we are kind of traditionally moving from this. So if you see, what are large language models? Large language models are question answering engines, right? Where you send the question, where you get the response. Whereas in agents, what we are trying to do is we are trying to not we will not give the question anymore. Okay, so for agents what we give is we give something called goal. So what is meant by goal? So goal can be, hey, can you transfer $10 via Zelle from person A to person B? That is the goal that you are giving to agents. So if you talk about LLMs are simply the question answering engines, whereas the agents are not question answering agents. Instead, you give the goal to the agent, and what agents will do is agents will complete that goal, and then it will give the goal, whatever the task that you are giving, right, or whatever the goal that you are giving, right, uh, that would be fulfilled by the agent. You will get the answer saying that the task is done, or the amount is transferred, or let's say if you want to send an email from account A to account B, or if you want to schedule a meeting appointment, what this agent is trying to do is agent is trying to do tasks on behalf of you. So whereas LLMs would not do that. So if you see here, whenever you're talking about LLMs are mainly designed for answering the questions or writing something. But if you go to ChatGPT and ask, hey, can you send me an email from account A to account B? That would not be done with the help of LLMs, but with the help of agents. If you give the goal, if you give the proper resources to complete that goal, what agent is trying to do is agent is trying to accomplish the goal whatever you are giving. So hope you understand the difference between the uh, large language model and the agent, right? Just say yes or no, guys. Is till now is it clear? Just say yes or no. Any questions? What is the difference between goal and prompt, sir? Uh, so a prompt, I mean, more or less, people are trying to segregate it. Both would be same. So prompt would be, let's say, hey, tell me about LLM. That can be a prompt. A goal can be like, uh, send me the amount, schedule me the appointment. That can also be a prompt, but instead we are asking LLM to do some task for us, right? So if you are kind of answering a simple question, that question people call it as prompt, and then if you are kind to give some task where LLM need to perform, then they are calling it as goal. So on high level, if you want me to distinguish between goal and prompt, both tend to be similar, but the usage is different. If you are asking a simple question, then they are calling it as prompt. If you are instead instructing your agent, then they are calling it as goal, where because it is doing some task for you. Okay. Now let's kind of get back to our initial discussion on what exactly the agent is. So an agent is the other way of one other way of uh, doing tasks on behalf of you. Let's say a user is giving a task to the agent, like, hey, send me an amount from account A to account B via phone pay. So in order to achieve this task, what are the things that are needed? The LLM needs something called planning. So if the task is complex, let's assume that if the task is complex, here our task would be very sometimes simple, right? Where we might not need planning. But let's say whenever you ask any question in Cloud or in ChatGPT, what it is trying to do is it is trying to create some to-dos. Okay, so that planning, we whenever we are building any agent, we would have something called planning component. So let's assume that you are giving a goal, hey, can you send me an amount x amount from account A to account B? Then what is the first step is that in the planning, how LLM can do planning is it checks whether the sender has the amount or not. It checks, the second thing would be to see what is the receiver's bank account. The third thing would be um, to see if the sender has the connectivity to send bank to send some amount to receiver. So it is kind of drafting, because you are giving the goal, just like human. If you are given a bigger task, then how do you do that is you break the bigger task into small task. You achieve the small task in order to get the in order to solve the bigger task, right? And whenever you are trying, let's say, assume that for a given task or for a given goal, the agent has come up with four tasks. Task number one and task number two. Let's say assume that it comes up with four tasks via planning. Task number three and task number four. So in order to achieve or in order to complete task one, what it can do is it can use tools. Let's assume that in order to check the balance, the current account's balance, it can use phone pay tool, and then it can check. It can send the other. It can send the user authentication to the phone pay app, and then it can get the current details, right? So whenever it is executing the task, LLM can use these tools. And after completing the task, let's assume that after completing task one, what it can do is it can store the results into memory, such that whenever it is executing task two, if it needs the information about task one, it can refer to the memory. There are two types of memories, which is called short-term memory, and then there is something called long-term memory as well. So these four component, like LLM, planning, tools, and memory, are this entire thing is called as the agent, guys. Okay, so when do you say something to be an agent is, everyone has their own definition of what exactly an agent is. Uh, you might know Anthropic, right? So Anthropic has released a blog which is called Building Effective Agents, and then they are calling an agent as an autonomous thing which does the operation. So if you see, this is what they are defining the agent. So an agent are the emerging in productions, blah, 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 understanding the complex inputs, whatever the user is giving, engaging in reasoning and planning, using tools reliably, and recovering from errors. So, what exactly they are defining agent is an autonomous entity. So given a goal, so you are giving some goal. Let's say you are giving some goal to create the project, okay, to create a product. Then what it has to do is it has to take your goal, it has to plan how that it can create that or how it can solve that goal. It has to use different tools. It has to use different tools, like whenever it is writing code, it has to use some internet, it has to refer to some GitHub repos, and then it has to come up with the it has to come up with the uh, proper code for your requirement, right? So it has to reason, it has to plan, it has to use the tools in order to achieve the goal whatever user is giving for. So this is what the term agent is defined by Anthropic, guys. So if you want to read through this, so please go through that link, guys, whatever I have provided in the chat. That chat gives you what exactly an agent is. Okay. So is this clear, guys, on what exactly an agent, or any questions? Just say yes or no. If you are not clear, please say not clear. I'll explain it one more time, okay? Can we repeat the memory once? Yep. So let's assume that whenever you are building the, yeah, so whenever, let's assume that you are building the application, okay? Whenever agent, you are given a task for an agent. What agent will do is, let's assume that agent is breaking the bigger goal, whatever you are giving, right? You are giving, let's say you are giving uh, to write a code. So whenever after writing some temporary code, it has to know what it has written, right? So this memory is acting like uh, storage, where it stores the previous information, such that whenever it is executing the task number two, let's assume that if it needs task one information, it will go and refer the task one, and then it will kind of uh, perform task two. And once after all tasks are done, all the task results are stored in memory, right? So it is very easy for us to synthesize, right? So memory is very, very, very important component, right? Whenever agent is performing a bigger task, it need to know, or it need to keep track of what it has done. And where do we have all those things is in memory. So memory is such an crucial thing where we store all the information uh, regarding the task that it is performed, regarding the task, what it is going to perform, what are the inputs that we are given to the task. So all that information is stored in something called memory. So there are two types of memories. One is called short-term memory. Second one is called long-term memory. Okay, what is short-term memory is short-term memory is for this agent. Let's say for this goal, if it is doing, let's say if it is doing four tasks, and let's say task one result is stored in memory, task two result is stored in memory, task three result is stored in memory, and then task four result is also stored in memory. Once after the task is done, this short-term memory would be wiped off. Okay, what is long-term memory is, let's assume that whenever we are building this agent for some specific customers, you will have something called persona, right? what is meant by persona is user sometimes will ask, hey, whenever you are executing this goal, don't try to use this. Or you'll say, hey, whenever you are writing, I want to write in specific way. So you are instructing agent to keep track of your persona, right? So what is meant by persona is who are you? What is your style? What is the nature? So all that information you would store in some additional database, and then like NoSQL database or wherever it is, and then you retrieve that information whenever agent is doing that task. So that is called long-term memory. I might be going a bit deep, but yeah. Can you explain one more time on high level what is workflow? Yeah, there is two things, guys. One is called workflow, one is called agent. Here, if you see, the Anthropic guys has given us a very good definition of what exactly workflow is and what exactly the agent is. Let me go through that. Okay. Yeah. So what we are saying is a workflow are the systems where LLMs and tools are orchestrated through a predefined code path. So let's say assume that you are building an application. Okay, you are building an application. Then you say, hey, this is step one, this is step two, this is step three. Where in this, what you are trying to say is that uh, in this step you are retrieving something. In this step you are feeding that retrieved step to LLM. In this step you are trying to take the input, you are checking guardrails, you are sanitizing the input, and then you are showing that to the end user. Okay, so if you have that predefined path, then they are calling it as workflow. What is an agent is, an agent is an autonomous thing where you don't know how many steps you'll get output in how many steps. So if you see here, no matter what, if you define a workflow, in 3 steps you'll get the output. Whereas agent, you don't know in how many steps. Agent will figure out what to call. Agent will figure out what to do. So agent is an autonomous thing. Workflow is a deterministic thing where you say, hey, I want step one to be this. I want step two to be this. I want step three to be this. So whenever you're defining workflows are kind of deterministic things, whereas agents are dynamically decides what is your goal. It decides how to do that. It decides what tools to call. It decides if it is getting any errors. It decides how to come out of that errors. So workflows are deterministic in nature, whereas agents are more autonomous in nature. Hope that answers your question. It is kind of a chain. Workflow is kind of a chain. Yep. Can you give me a few examples of short-term memory and long-term memory? So yeah, so short-term memory can be in memory, okay, and long-term memory can be in memory. Whenever you are creating any applications, you will have something called in memory, right? So if you are using cluster, and then the cluster memory would be in memory. So you can store specifically in RAM. Okay, that so short-term memory can be in memory because it is only per agent run, right? So after executing this entire agent for one time, you'll be able to wiping out that short term memory, right? If you want, you can store that into any external databases, whatever you need. But for in memory, short term memory can be in memory, and long term memory can be Redis cache or NoSQL database. People, if they want to store your persona, or if they want to store anything, they can store that information in NoSQL database or vector database or cache memory. And then whenever agent is executing it, it will pull the information from that vector database or from Redis databases or from any database. Okay. So is this clear, guys, on what exactly an agent? An agent is an autonomous unit. Given the goal, what it will do is it will rigorously plan, it will rigorously use the tool to accomplish the planned tasks, and then it will also use memory whenever it is doing the task. So we are shifting from question answering thing to doing some tasks. What is the difference between workflow and an agent? Workflow is a deterministic thing where you define, hey, step one can be this, step two can be this, and step three can be this. Whereas agent is kind of an autonomous thing where it decides what tasks to generate, what tools to use. Everything is autonomous. So with that, any questions, guys? Just say yes or no in the chat. Any questions? Yes, whenever we are building a workflow can be deterministic agent or deterministic creature. Yes, we can use agents in the in the workflow. We can use plain LLMs. Anything can be called as workflow. Okay. Now, let's come back to this and then we'll take break, okay? So in the chat, whenever we are building the chat bot, right? Previously, it has only access to vector database. That is the reason why customers were not satisfied, right? Whenever you are asking a question, whenever you are building the chat bot, customers are not getting 100% satisfaction because it is saying, hey, I would like to escalate this to the human, or it is saying, if it is having the information, it is doing that. If it is not, it is saying, I will escalate this to the human. So, can we replace the existing RAG architecture with the agents? And do you think customer satisfaction will increase here or not? Just say yes or no in the chat, guys. Will the customer satisfaction, if we move from RAG to agent here, will that increase? Just say yes or no in the chat. Yes, right. So here we will be connecting our agent, okay, to the external databases. Now, if it needs, it can do a refund. If it needs, it can do any operation, right? Such that it increases the SAT. It increases the SAT, right? Customer satisfaction. So yeah, now people are kind of in many organizations, people are kind of moving from uh, moving from traditional RAG to agents. I'll talk about the applications after our break, where I'll show you a few what are the agent applications. If time permits, we'll not build anything today, but yeah, I'll show you some examples of where exactly agents are used, and then we'll talk about the other items which are there, which is fine tuning and all this stuff, types of LLMs. We'll talk about other stuff after our break. So we'll have a 5 minute break. Now the time is 10:12. Sorry, 11:12. We'll regroup at 11:17.
If you are new from yesterday and if you join today, so please join our WhatsApp community. And if you like our classes and if you need one-to-one discussion for career switch or any kind of 100 days course plan, please try to enroll. So Rani or Surya, can someone post the enrollment form? We have 12 mentors where they can teach different areas. Meghna, who is agentic and Google Vertex AI engineer, she will teach completely on the Google ecosystem environment, and she also going to teach on how to prepare for Google certifications. And Aparup is our one of the project management and technical manager related course. So he will teach all the AI tools and AI workflows, more on like business analyst, data analyst, scrum master, and project manager related. Any AI related course and content, he is the master who teach. And Shaker Master is more on agentic and functional system architecture and project implementation using code. So he'll be from our 100 days Shaker Master. He will take 20 to 30% of the course content and I will teach. And we have Venkatesh sir who is going to take next week, and he is a architect who joins from India in EST timings. He implements 10 to 15 projects lively across domains in banking, insurance, healthcare, and all. So you can join his classes as well. And we have Abhinav, who is an architect again, who teaches on system architecture and AI components. He will join from next week. And we have another employee, Sri Paul, who is working for a big company, and he also teaches more on system development and use cases implementation, problem statements, and use case implementation. So we have Ganesh, who is working as an agentic engineer. He teaches more on agentic frameworks, LangChain, LangGraph, CrewA, and AutoGen, Llama Index. So those will be covered by Ganesh and Shaker Master and Abhinav. So we have, like I said, we have different mentors and who takes their, assigned segments, and they will come and teach and go. Yeah. So let me go. One of my mentor who go over the course plan, how we execute this, and what kind of projects we teach as part of 100 days program, 100 hours program. So we also teach some of the live projects and some of the use cases. And apart from projects, even after course, you can take GitHub project access. We can start practice from level 1 to level 3. And we have a couple of support engineers who can help you next, after course, they'll help you next 3 months, 6 months. It's all about like the continuous support will be there. So we just go over like 5 to 10 minutes, like what we teach and all. Approve, please take over. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you for attending the day two of our boot camp. And I think I have covered the most part yesterday. And for the people who have joined newly for this day, for the day two, so let me go overview about our GitHub and also about our GitHub projects.
with level 1, level 2, and level 3. And the access will be given for everyone once you enroll with the enrollment link, which will be provided in the chat. So please feel free to contact us if you have anything related to course content and everything. I'll just go over about our GitHub projects and course content and about our LinkedIn profile and YouTube channel. So yeah, so this is our GitHub profile that we have, and we have around 82 projects that we have developed for the students, and we are working on 3 live projects with the clients directly. And we have recently got one more SOW with one more client. So we have active live projects where you can also involve with the client facing projects, so that you will get hands on once you complete this course. So we have designed 3 levels of projects. The level 1 is for the beginner who come from different backgrounds, those who don't have any prior experience in the AI, and those who want to switch their background from different domains to the or different technologies to AI technology. So we have around 10 projects in the level 1. You can leverage each project once you have the access. So this project will be useful for real-time industry context, and also you'll be working on the actual tools and APIs. And also you have different tech stacks, like you will be getting hands-on with the LLMs, Streamlit UI, Fast API, React, and also some of the concepts related to AI like LangGraph, LangChain, RAG, everything. So this is for the people who come from CS or AI data science background, and it will be useful for you to get hands-on with the different scenarios like LLM APIs, and also how to structure, test, and deploy AI apps on your own. And also you can demonstrate this skills in your portfolios or LinkedIn or in your resumes too. So in this level 1 project, and you will be given complete step-by-step implementation guidance. So where you can get all the information, how to implement, where to start, and what are the libraries you need in the Python, and everything is provided in this particular repo. So these are the projects that we have. We have healthcare, finance, e-commerce, legal, education, and also we have some of the universal use cases in this project. And we have been using the tech stack with the OpenAI, Streamlit, and also Claude. And we also have ClickUp, Notion. Those who come from the product management, business analyst background, they can leverage Notion AI, ClickUp AI, and also N8N automation workflow, and also co-pilots in the Jira. And we have developed different classes for the no code, low code tools like Google Vertex AI, where you can get a lot of exposure to the different apps without using any code. So you will find the project descriptions very clearly in this level 1 GitHub repo. And also you will be having a lot of benefits with related to you'll gain knowledge with the prompt engineering, multimodal AI, and also with the API integration with front end and back end, and also with the testing. So this is with the level 1 projects. You'll be given step by step guidance, so you don't have to worry about how to implement them and where to start. And also, if you have any queries or any roadblocks, our team will definitely reach out to you to implement these projects, and they'll help them out in end to end process. So let me show you the level 2 projects as well. Once you complete level 1, you'll be given access to level 2, which is the intermediate level projects, where you'll work on RAG pipelines, vector databases, agentic workflows, and N8N automations, connecting APIs. And also these are completely production ready projects. So where you'll be getting exposure to the different architectures and frameworks. And this is for the students who complete level 1 projects, and also for the for the people who already has the foundation level skills from the AI, and also for the developers building AI features and data scientists, and also for the AI engineers. So you have 10 different projects in this level 2 as well with the different domains. And also we have project descriptions with the step-by-step implementation guide. Let me show you the implementation guide with the each project. For example, if we have one of the project in the level project 11, so we have we have given the complete information with the business problem, project objective, and also system architecture, and also with the tech stack that we are using for this particular project, and also how you need to organize with the folder structure and whatever the setup is required, and complete step-by-step implementation guide is being given to you. So you can follow this guide and implement on your own. So it will be like easy for you to run and test the project, and also like it will be useful for your interviews as well. So you can, once you have completed this project, and try to post them on the LinkedIn or GitHub profile, so that you'll be getting a lot of exposure to these projects. So this is level 2 projects, and once you complete level 2, you will be given access to the level 3. So where you will be working on the advanced concepts with the different frameworks like multi-agent orchestration, fine-tuning, real-time streaming, and with the different frameworks like LangGraph, Crew AI, and also with the cloud deployment. And you will get a lot of exposure with related to the full stack AI agents and AI app development. This is for the people who have already completed level 2, and those who want to leverage these projects, and also those who are already working as AI engineers or ML engineers, they can get hands on these projects really well. These are the 10 different projects that we have with the different domains. And also we have also designed 10 more projects which are universal use cases like travel agents, text to video generation with the general ideas and general use cases. So where you can also get the access to that projects as well. So you can feel free to enroll with the enrollment link that is being given to you in the chat. So once you give your details, we'll try to reach out to you. Our support team will reach out to you regarding the access, and also regarding the upcoming batches. So feel free to follow our LinkedIn page, where you'll get all the updated information regarding the boot camps and the next batch information with the timings, and also about day-to-day activities. You will get a lot of information from our LinkedIn page. So try to follow our LinkedIn page. And this is our course content. This is the weekly 14 weeks course plan that we have, and initially we start with the foundations of AI, and also we teach on if you are from different background and if you want to leverage Python, we have the foundation classes for Python as well. And we start with the basics of machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and then we go on to teach with the generative AI on agents, agentic AI frameworks, on also with the no code, low code tools like Notion AI, ClickUp AI, with N8N automations, and also with the Google Vertex AI, Amazon Bedrock. You'll be like given a lot of exposure and lot of concepts to cover in 14 weeks course plan. So we'll provide this course plan to everyone so that you can look at about our approach, and what are the topics we are going to cover in the 100 days program. And also we have some of the classes on prompt engineering. So that will be really helpful for you to get the exposure to the different aspects of the AI course. And this is our YouTube channel. Try to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So all the bootcamp recordings like day 1, day 2, everything will be uploaded here. So if you miss any session, you can get the access from our live free videos from the YouTube channel, and also like some of the videos from the previous boot camps, and also from our previous batches have been uploaded here. So try to follow this YouTube channel so that you can see a lot of videos and lot of updated information from our uh, previous batches and also with the upcoming batches as well. So try to like enroll with the enrollment link where our support team will reach out to you. So you'll get the information, and also you can request the information from our team. And that should be it from my end. Yeah, I think Shekhar, you can go ahead with your session. Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you, bro. Shaker Master, please proceed. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, welcome back, guys. So yeah, if you have any other logistic questions, so we will be able to answer all those questions at the end of our session. Uh, Hope you are able to see my screen, and then if you are able to listen me very clearly, and if you are excited for this session after the break, can you just type day 2 in the chat, guys, so that we'll get started. So yeah, so there are, I mean, two terms. If you heard about if you heard about there are two terms which you will be able to see. One is agent agentic AI versus AI agents. What is the difference between these two, guys? So let's talk about this difference. Yeah. So what is an AI agent is an AI agent is singular. Agentic AI is you can think of it as a uh, group of AI agents. Okay. So so let's say you have built an agent, a singular agent for automating something, for sending an emails for you. If you build a personal agent that do some tasks on behalf of you, then it is called as an AI agent. So basically, on primarily what I mean to say an AI agent is there is only one agent which is taking the goal and it is trying to finish the goal, whatever you are giving. Okay. And what is agentic AI is agentic AI is the framework where there are uh, multiple agents working in parallel. What do I mean by that is there can be a research agent who is doing the research. There can be draft agent where it is drafting the agent, where is drafting the content. Where is there is a business analyst agent who is taking the requirement and analyzing whether it is per the requirement or not. He knows in and out of the business. So there are multiple agents where agent is given with role, goal, and backstory. Each agent is given with role, goal, and backstory. And then what is the purpose of that agent is that agent is trying to execute the tasks or execute what it is supposed to do. So let's say if you in an organization you would be given specific roles and goals and guidelines, right? So it would be given, hey, you are a full stack developer, you are supposed to do this. You are the project manager, you are supposed to do that. You are so and so, you are supposed to do this. So if you are having multiple agents who are working for the same goal, that is called multi-agents, or it is also called as agentic AI, where what we would be doing is we would be kind of having multiple agents. Every agent is given with some role. What is the role of that agent? What is the goal? What the agent has to do? And what is the backstory? So these three things are must and needed, such that agent would confine doing the specific task, whatever it is allotted to. Okay, and let me show you. So there is something called multi-agent by Anthropic. So this is also one of the good blog posts from Anthropic, guys. So they have given you how to build multi-agent systems. So yeah, so they have shown you how to build an research agent. So if you are given a task like, hey, can you research me on MCP, or can you give me on some other topic? What this multi-agent research system is doing is, it is doing the research. It is spinning up multiple agents, and then it is doing some research. So this architecture is very well used architecture in the industries, guys. Uh, so I'm just giving you the link. So please try to go through that link. This is at MetLife. I worked for an insurance company called MetLife, and we built an something called auto adjudication system. So that is the first application, guys, that I'm showing you. We built something called auto adjudication. So what is meant by auto adjudication is, so let's assume that you let's assume that yeah, let's assume that you are working for some organization. Okay, so not organization, you are working for an insurance company. So let's say you met with small accident, or your pet is met with a small accident. What generally pet takers will caretakers will do is they will take you to they'll take their pet to the vet, right? Veterinary hospital, vet. And then let's assume that the veterinary doctor has given some precautionary things for that pet, or it is given, it has just some medication. Let's assume that there was a small fracture, it has done some x-ray scanning, all this stuff, right? Because this pet owner is covered by an insurance company, what they do is they try to the veterinary doctors try to reimburse the amount from the insurance companies, right? So at companies at MetLife, we have something called human adjudicators. What that human adjudicators will do is, human adjudicators will try to uh, they will look into the claim form, what the physician or veterinary doctor is claiming for. They say, hey, the specific pet is covered under so and so policy, and then you are only supposed to give so and so amount. But user is claiming for this amount, which we are not supposed to give. So there are some bunch of business rules. What we did is we built an AI agent that kind of do auto adjudication, how we do the similar thing, just like how human is doing that. For that automation, we kind of implemented something called uh, multi-agent system, and the architecture that we have followed is the same architecture whatever the Anthropic has given. Okay, but the thing is, we have implemented way before the architecture was coming to the place. But yeah, this is the one good architecture where lead researcher agent is coming up with the task, and then sub agents are trying to execute the task whatever this lead researcher agent is giving. Okay, this is one cool architecture, guys. And the second, right now I'm working on Lexus and Nexus, right? So what they are trying to do is they are trying to create the agent. Lexus Nexus is primarily a law firm. Uh, they're into legal business, so they have so many law firm customers, attorneys, lawyers, India, high courts, and then most people uses this LexisNexis portal. So what it is trying to do is it is trying to analyze the case details, government orders, and then it is trying to come up with the draft for a case. So you can ask any legal question. So for that, they are building the agents. So agents, I mean, I have just given you one insurance example, one legal example. There are hundreds and hundreds of examples where they are trying to integrate agents and RAG and all these generative AI paradigms. Okay. So yeah, this is about on high level. I have just given you an introduction to AI agents, guys. There are so much to uncover. There is new things which are coming into the market called skills. So many things that are there, which we will talk about that in detail whenever we are in the upcoming classes. Let's spend some time on types of LLMs. There are two types of LLMs. One is called open source LLM. Second one is called proprietary models. So what are open source models? So can someone tell me what are open source LLMs that you guys are using? Have you used any open source models, guys? Any open source models have you used? I have a question. So in your MetLife project example, climate education can be done without AI as well, right? Yes, previously it is done by humans. Right now we are, because the process is taking more time and then it is expensive operation, right? So we are trying to have an AI to do that. ChatGPT, Claude are not open source. Yeah, Mistral, Metas, DeepSeek, Olama, Quen, excellent. Yeah, these are all open source models, guys. Nemo, yep. So open source models are the models which are released by the companies. What they are trying to do is they are trying to, yeah, they are trying to release the open weights. So there is what is meant by open source. Can someone tell me? I mean, if you are into software for years and years and for decades and decades, can someone tell me what is open source? What do you mean by open source? Or let's ask the question. What is open source? Available for public use, free, no license is required. So it says, see, if you see, I mean, AI is giving the answer. I'm asking what is open source. It is saying open source refers to software with source code. If you see this, if you need to underline this. So whenever they are releasing the software, they release with the source code such that anyone can view it, anyone can modify it, anyone can enhance it. Okay, but the if I am if I am saying open source is something where they release the code, right? But LLM guys are saying it as open source, but they are not releasing any source code. Do you understand what I mean, guys? So if I say Olama or Mistral or Meta models or DeepSeek models, what do you mean by open source? They need to release the code, right? But these companies are not releasing the code or data set what they are trained on, and still they are claiming it as open source. Do you understand what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is open source generally means that, I mean, in general terms, they release the software, they release the source code, what it is used for building the application, and so on, right? But right now, the companies are not releasing the source code. Instead, what they are releasing is they are releasing something called weights. What are weights? So I think in our first class, I think I have told you what is the LLM. what is chat gpt is a chat gpt is bunch of weights, right? So everyone says it is 120 billion parameter model, or 200 billion parameter model, 300 million parameter model. What is this billion parameter says is, what whenever we are training the model, all the information about the all the information about the whatever it is learned during the training phase is stored in something called weights. So let's assume that you are giving the entire internet of information to this LLM. LLM will learn something, right? Saying that, hey, whenever there is a word called this, whenever there is an vowel sound, I need to have an article. So it will learn something from the text, right? Whenever you are training, whatever it is learning, it is storing that information in something called weights. Okay, so what they are trying to do, or what these open source companies are, I mean, what are these companies are trying to do is they are trying to release the weights, not the source code. That is the first thing that you need to understand. And the second thing is I think most of you has mentioned that all the open source models, whatever you said is correct. And if you want to see where exactly these open source models are, there is something called Hugging Face, guys. So you can go to Hugging Face and then you can see all the open source. This is an AI community where you can look into all the models, all the data sets and all this stuff. So you can click on models here, and there are bunch of models. So if you see, recently Google has released something called Gamma 4 model. And if you see this, this is from Google. They released this model, and the model is a Gamma 4, which is 31 billion parameter model. IT stands for instruction fine tuning. And you see a hell lot of things about total parameters, how many layers are there, what is the strategy that they have used, what is the context size, and all this stuff. Someone is saying Gamma 4 model is very good model, but sometimes it stuck in the loop. Yep. So yeah, how can we use it is, you can there are different ways uh, we can use a transformer library, and then you can use this model and all this stuff. I'm not going into too deep, but yeah, this is one thing which is about open source. How about proprietary models, guys? What are proprietary models? Have you used any proprietary models? Proprietary models are the models which are, yeah, which are proprietary to themselves. They will not release anything. They will have everything inside the closed doors, right? Why open AI, right? Their initial motto was to release everything open source. That is the reason why they called the company as Open AI. So GPT 4.5, 5.4, 4.5, 4, all these models, they initially their mission was that whatever they are building, they will open sources. But company, because of the huge profits, they don't want to release anything, and they are not releasing. They are once in a while they are releasing some open source models. Can someone tell me what is the open source model from GPT, recent GPT model? GPT OSS, excellent guys. GPT OSS is the open source model from them. Okay. Yeah, 120 billion parameter model, 20 billion parameter model. Yep, that is the open source model that is available. Okay. So these are the different models. So if it is open source model, you can. So if you have a open source model, how do you consume that open source model is you can download the open source model into your local, and then you can send your question to open source model, or you can host this open source model in your cloud, and then you can use it. If it is proprietary model, every proprietary model is being secured by an access key. So you need to create access key, and then you need to send your request via access key. So all the proprietary models, they will charge you, and open source models, they will not charge you, but you need resources to run those open source models. Okay, these are the two types of LLMs. Can you cover different types of RAGs? There are two types of RAGs. I said structured RAG, unstructured RAG. In unstructured RAG, there are so many types of RAGs. There is corrective RAG, self-corrective RAG, hybrid RAG. There are so many types of RAGs. Okay. Is your auto adjudication agent still needed human in the loop before approving, or there are any limits it can approve and then escalate? Yep. We are having certain guardrails where if it is under certain amount, we are not having any human in the loop. If it is more amount, we are having human in the loop. Okay. So yeah, what is fine tuning? So let's come back to this. Okay, this is the last topic for today. What is fine tuning is, so you build the model, right? You build the model. Let's assume that you have the chat GPT. Let's assume that you have GPT 5.4, which is the updated model from GPT, right? OpenAI. So we have this model. Now what we are trying to do is, you have, let's say, assume that you have your own company proprietary model. This data is yours data. Okay, you have this proprietary data which ChatGPT is unaware of. Now what we would be doing is, as part of fine tuning, we would change the model weights. Or so let's assume that I'm just giving some random example, where let's assume that our GPT is, let's say, 120 billion parameter model. Now what we are trying to do, 120 billion parameter weight model. Okay. Now till now what we have done is that, if you see, we are have you noticed it, guys? Here in RAG approach or in agent approach, we are just using the LLM, right? We are not changing the behavior of LLM, right? So if we are having GPT 5.4, we are using GPT 5.4 and then we are using that model, right? We are not changing the weights, or we are not changing in the behavior of LLM. But in fine tuning, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to take a model and then we are trying to change the weights according to our data. So we have crafted our data. What we would be doing is, we would be feeding this information to GPT and then we are asking GPT to learn from our data. So in RAG approach or in agent approach, we are not changing the model behavior. Whereas in fine tuning, what we would be doing is, we would be changing our we would be changing our behavior. Okay. So that is, I mean, I have just given you fine tuning on high level, but there are so many things. Like, there is parameter efficient fine tuning. There is something called LoRa, QLoRa. Why we need fine tuning? Can't we solve the problems with RAG and agent? We'll talk about all these things as we come. What is the architecture that are there? What are the layers that are there in the LLM? Is this fine tuning is cost efficient or cost effectiveness? We'll talk about all those things in detail. uh, are we changing the entire 128 billion parameter? This is also very, very good question. So yeah, no, we will not change that. There is a concept called LoRa. What we would do is, we would effectively change that. So there are some techniques. Uh, there is something called full fine tuning, full weight fine tuning, where we will change the all the weights. There is something called end layers, where we'll only change the end layers of the LLM architecture. And then there is something called LoRa, where it uses a concept called low rank adaptation, where we split the entire 120 billion parameter into A and B metrics, and then we'll only change the few weights such that there would be high impact. So yeah, with that, I have covered almost all the things, guys. In day one, I have covered about RAG. I have covered about basics. I have covered about life cycle. In day two, I talked about different types of LLM. What is agents? What is fine tuning, guys? So on high level, what I am trying to say you guys is, there are only three paradigms in applied AI. One is agent. Second one is called RAG, and third one is called fine tuning. This is what you need to learn as part of your if you want to become an applied AI engineer. If you want to become a core AI engineer, you need to know how large language models are built, what is transformer architecture, what is fine tuning, what is pre-training, what is RLHF, what is interface engine. So all this inferencing engineering. So we need to talk about all those things as part of core AI, guys. Okay, with that, I welcome all you to officially welcome you all to this generative AI learning path where you would learn and then explore and build more and more applications, guys. With that, uh, for the next few minutes, I would be taking you a few questions on this generate introduction to generative AI or all this stuff. Whatever questions that you have, feel free to raise your hands. And yeah, if you feel like if the sessions are interesting, if you want to give any feedback, you can give the feedback in my LinkedIn as well. Okay, in the next coming weeks, guys, we will build applications on this RAG. We'll build applications on this AI agent. So there are so many exciting topics that are coming. I hope I'll also take one session, not next week, upcoming next week, and then I'll also show you how to build applications end to end, how to deploy applications end to end. So don't miss the opportunity, guys. Join next week's Abhi, and then Venkatesh. Everyone is well versatile with these AI concepts. They are going to come and teach you all these topics. Okay. With that, please feel free to raise your hands and then watch my LinkedIn. And then if you are having some interesting topics, if you feel like giving me any feedback, go give feedback for me. Okay. Go ahead, Ram. I'm just giving unmuting yourself, guys. Please unmute
Hey,
yourself and ask your questions. Okay.
hey, Naga, this is, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ram. Go ahead. Go ahead
Okay,
with question.
yeah. So, let me tell about this thing. I'm new to this AI. So, is Python a necessary thing to learn, to understand, or now we are totally this AI is moving towards the vibe coding? I mean, I just want to know that because I want to build a career on the AI though. The intent is only that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we would need. I mean, fundamental thing is that even though there is so much of hype around vibe coding, you need to know how to code. You need to know how, at least you need to know how to review that stuff, right? So, learning basics, understanding the code, what it is giving is the important thing. And then let's say if you want to build something, you would definitely need the code, even though agents are helping you. So first and fundamental thing that I want everyone who are in this class to know is that coding is still an ingredient. Without writing or without reviewing or without knowing, nothing can be built, right? Even though it is helping us, please understand the basics of the programming, then see what code it is writing. So if you don't have any understanding, if agent is building something and then if this goes into production and if there is a severe impact, that is hell lot of mess, right? Yeah, sometimes agents would be in loop. They say that if you are saying, hey, I'm getting this bug in the production, yeah, here is the fix. It says here is the fix. And then if you push this product into production, and then if you are getting some other issue, then it says, oh, this issue, and then it gives some other fix, and then you would be in this loop. So I want you to definitely learn the programming such that you'll get more and uh, more detail or finer details such that you'll have more control of your system. So if you want to make your career in AI, applied AI, definitely I would suggest you to learn Python.
Thanks, Naga.
Yeah, please raise your hand, and if you have any questions, so I will see like there are a few more people. Venkatesh Permala garu allowed to talk. Venkatesh garu, you are allowed to talk. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. My name
Hey,
is
hi.
Venkat. Yeah, hi. So I have like predominantly I my experience is into business analysis and manual testing. And my question is with respect to my career progression. So right now, right, when I'm trying to apply for any position, obviously they are asking for the AI knowledge and everything, but slowly everybody is moving away from this testing and mostly from this testing profiles. So if I want to build my career into a DevOps kind of engineer, right? Do we have anything with our institute where I can learn both DevOps and AI together? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Right now,
So,
go ahead, bro.
Shankar Master, can I answer that
Yeah, sure.
question? Yeah. So, yeah, Venkatesh garu, this is kind of general Gen AI course where you will learn 100 plus hours in our curriculum from almost it takes like 3 to 4 months of time. Minimum 3 months, maximum it go last up to 4 months.
Okay.
So where we teach in two parts. Part one in completely basics, giving a foundation, and the part two mostly on agentic frameworks and ML apps. So for your question, yes, DevOps, we don't teach DevOps, but the knowledge you learn, right, the models and AI services, let's say, and as you open AI, you may understand like how to deploy the AI services like cognitive service as your translator. Even some of the services you may learn from Amazon Bedrock, Google Vertex AI. There is no specific course for DevOps from AI perspective, but the knowledge, whatever you learn, right, all these like LLMs or agentic frameworks, this transformation techniques, chunking techniques. So maybe these maybe help you in DevOps, but not pure on DevOps. Shankar Master, please add if I cover not cover something.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I want to say the same, echo the same thing. Yeah. What we would be doing is we are not having separate thing as teaching DevOps,
Okay.
but as part of whenever we are building the applications, we will we will kind of deploy the applications. For that, we'll have ops thing, but yeah, you will learn DevOps thing with the help of AI. On how to deploy the AI applications, what are CI/CD pipelines, you'll manage all those things. But I don't think if you are purely, if you want to learn DevOps, this is not the best place I can say.
Okay.
But if you want to build the applications, if you want to deploy, and then so this course covers that, but this is not full thing is what I can say.
Understood, sir. One more quick question, sir. Sorry to take your time. So I am basically from a financial background, right? I'm not, totally from an engineering background. So
Mhm,
in order for me to take best advantage of this course, right?
mhm.
What do you think are the basics that I need to, work on while, I continue this course?
So only one thing that I would definitely recommend, not you but all, is that if you have understanding of basics of Python, that's the only thing that I want you, because if you have understanding of Python, you'll understand. Let's say if I'm creating some application with the help of AI. So in last two classes, I have told you how to architectures on high level, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow in next class, let's say someone comes and someone implements that. You need to understand what he is implementing, right? So if you need to understand, then basics of Python is very, very much needed.
Okay.
And because you are having a very good expertise in finance domain, so then what you can do is you can go back and then you can kind of see how can I implement this AI stuff there. So that additional thing that you will have, but only thing that I would recommend is one is enthusiasm, second one is learning to learn. Here, what you are trying to do is you're learning on how to learn RAG. You're learning how to learn agents, right? So it's not like we are giving you material. My fundamental thing is that learn to learn is the skill that you are going to master in this course, and primary thing is learn Python. That is more than enough.
Sure, sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm good.
Muhammad Gar, please proceed. Sorry, you raise your hand first. Muhammad Gar, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi,
please.
sir.
Hey,
Yeah.
hi, hi.
Hi. So I'm good at Python as well as SQL, including MLDL and NLP part. Uh, the only thing I'm concerned about is to move towards core AI or AI applications or applied AI stuff.
Mhm.
Because these days there are a lot of white coding tools and everything is being white coded, and N8N is also there to create these all things. I'm not sure how this industry is going about and what to be focused on first.
So yeah, if you are having understanding of ML, AI, and all this stuff, I would recommend you to start learning core AI stuff, and then start understanding the transformer architecture, build LLMs from scratch, understand fine tuning, how to fine tune the models, understand RLHF, understand the inference engine, understand GPU engineering, how to, because models are big, GPUs are small, how to split the bigger model into small units, how to parallelize that. There is something called 5D parallelism. So there are so many things that are coming in core AI as well. Please, I would recommend you, for your case, I would recommend you, because you have some good expert experience in ML, DL, NLP, all this stuff. Start learning from transformer. Uh, Understand how these models are, large language models are built. What is inference engine, inference engineering, GPU engineering, 5D parallelism, and then mm, uh, crack in big company, big tech fan companies. That is what I can suggest you. It would take around 1,000 hours, but yeah, feel free to learn all those things, and then that is what I can suggest you for your case, because of applied AI is also good, because see, there are two things. There are hundreds and hundreds of companies, and hundreds and hundreds of companies are planning to shift towards AI, gearing towards AI, right? So in those case, companies are not willing to. Every company will not have opportunity to build the LLM, right? So most of the companies want to build the agents. They want to use this AI to increase their productivity. So I would recommend the second option as well, because the jobs, if you take the job ratio, if there is one job for core AI, there would be 10 jobs for AI engineering, because most companies wants to integrate AI instead of building their own AI. So it's on where you are, what background you have, what is the current status of your job, how much of your time that you are planning to put. So there are so many aspects to choose one. But if you are more interested, if you have much background in mathematics and all this stuff, I would recommend people to go for core AI. Is that
Got
answer?
it, got it. Yes, yes, Shekhar. It's a beautiful answer for me. Just wanted to ask one more last thing about the deployment part, because I'm not good with front end part. So even though creating these applications, how to deliver this one to into production, that one thing would be better if you can answer.
Sure. It is very, very important that right now you can't say that I am only the AI engineer, I am only the front end engineer, I am only the back end engineer, right? So everyone need to know at least two or three domains. So there is a position which is very, very famous, which is called AI generalist. So you need to be good at marketing, you need to be good at coding, you need to be good at managerial things. So that is the paradigm shift that we would see in next 2 years. So I would recommend you to learn what exactly how to you can see about. So right now you have the application, right? You build the application. Let's assume that you build the AI application. Once after building this application, what you need to do? You need to do something called packaging. So you need to know something called Docker. So once you know the Docker, once this image is built, what is the next thing? Next thing is that you need to deploy this into some uh, AKS or whatever it is, right? So you have some infra which is set up. You can set up the infra, or you have some infra that is set up. You need to take this image, whatever you built, and then you need to push this image to Kubernetes pod, or if you are using AWS, whatever it is, you need to whatever the cloud it is, you need to deploy this, right? So there is a concept called CI/CD. What the CI/CD does is the CI/CD builds the once you have some feature that is developed, the CI is taking care of checking the code quality, all this stuff, and then building the image. Once after building the image, you take that image and then you push this into the desired infra, whatever you have. So for that, you need to learn CI/CD. So building the application, packaging the application, you need something called Docker, and then pushing this whatever the packaged image that you have. In order to push that, you need something called CI/CD. That right now AI can write code for you, but you need to understand what is the infra, what is the server capacity that you need to have. You need to choose all those things. You'll be able to understand that. But just interest, go to chat Claude or Chat GPT and ask, hey, I'm new to this. I have AI application which is ready. I want to deploy this. What is step one? What is step two? Ask this. It will definitely give you some beautiful steps. Follow that steps. If you are facing any difficulties, ask it. Deploy some small toy application, hello world application. You'll get more confidence. Later you can, as you said, everything is vibe coding. Use that vibe coding and do deployment is what I can say.
Got it, Shekhar. One last thing, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so we have this something called Next.js where we can render pages from server side. There we can always we can create this RAG applications through it. So we have those opportunity like creating RAG applications, orchestrating with this Next.js, where we have two features. Whenever once is we are creating our full stack application. Second is we are also integrating AI features into it like RAG and orchestration. But in my case, I'm good, very good with Python stuff. So I'm looking very much limited to my skill that I need to upskill to Next.js. Or what is this? I mean, is it a myth or how to deal with this one?
No, can you come again? I lost you. I lost your question. So what is the last end part? You are good with Python. You are good with Next.js. That is what you are trying to
No,
say,
no.
or Mhm, go
I'm
ahead.
I'm good with I'm good with Python, but I have my fellow developers. They are good with the Next.js. They
Mm-hmm,
are using this Next.js skill to create a full stack application, including AI. Like they can integrate RAG
mm-hmm,
as
mm-hmm,
well as they can create multi-model orchestrators into RAG into Next.js itself. So
mm-hmm,
they are having two features, like they are implementing their AI applications into AI features into their
mm-hmm,
applications and creating their whole full stack applications.
mm-hmm,
But in my case, I'm good with the AI/ML part.
mm-hmm.
So I'm very much limited to Python itself. So how this should be fulfilled? Is it a right way? How I'm thinking that
Yeah, it
it
is
is
kind
right?
of 50-50 because I'm not sure. See, I'm not an XJS developer. I'm on the same boat as you. But the thing is that the good thing about Python is that there is so much of community and there is so much of library that is needed. Let's say RAG applications, it is a small thing, right? Which can be built with the Next.js. Let's say if you want to create an LLM, that Next.js developer would not do that. So Python is an big language. It is open. I mean, there is so much of community within the Python, right? So there would be more and more support that we have. I'm not sure. I haven't worked on Next.js. If I have some understanding, I'm not sure till what extent the Next.js would support for RAG. So if I have that idea, I would have commented on that bit more. But don't worry, Python is the best language which is available right now, which can support, which can create anything in AI. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to be controversial. with respect to AI, the community is wide in Python. So if you want to build, there would be more and more things that are coming in Python. I'm not sure about Next.js. I can't compare that. But there would be limited things is what my suspension would be. If you are building applications with RAG, still there would be some limitations. There would not be more things, more and more stuff, just like we have in Python is what I can say. But yeah, any Next.js developers in this call, they can add more things. But yeah, that is what my feeling, Mohammed.
Got it, Shekhar.
Yeah,
Thank you for the answer.
yeah, no problem.
Next is Suresh Garu. Can you unmute yourself? Suresh is gone, I think. Aditi Garu, can you unmute yourself? Aditi? Aditi, yeah. Aditi, please proceed. Yeah.
Hi, good evening, sir. I
Mm.
just wanted to understand once again if you can help. What is proprietary model, sir? Can you please explain what?
Proprietary models are, let's assume that OpenAI has different models, right? You can't access them for free. What do I mean by you can't access them for free is that so they own that models, and then if you want to access that models, they will charge you. They will not give you for free. So if you are having open source model, what you can do is you can download it in your system, and then you can call them for free. Whereas if you are using proprietary models, they will charge you per every token that they'll charge you per every token that they are uh, outputting you. So proprietary models are the models which are owned by company, and if you want to use them, you need to pay them. But like let's say if you want to use GPT 5.4 in your company, you need to first have the contract, and then you need to pay for each question that you are sending to ChatGPT on number of tokens that it is consuming, number of tokens that it is outputting, everything. We need to pay for that.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Vamsi Garu, please.
Yes. First of all, thank you for taking my question now. Uh, Currently, I'm working as a SRE engineer, and most of my background is on infrastructure side. I started my journey in Python as well as Gen AI. I mean, currently, I'm in a phase where I'm learning the vectorization models, what to vec, one dot, how we can do encoding, embedding, all the stuff. So I just want to know the career point of view, is it a good idea to deep into the Gen AI, or we can just touch base or get on to Gen AI models?
So having deep understanding is very, very good thing, Vamsi. So you are in right path. So I would definitely encourage you to understand more. So there is always, whenever you are learning, there is two approaches. One is called breadth first approach. Second one is called depth first approach. So depth first is nothing but you'll go into a topic very deep, 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 deep until there is no nothing to left. Breadth first is nothing but you understand the topic, and then you'll go to the next topic. So because this AI is too deep, you can't do something called depth first. Do some breadth first. You scan the topic, why it is there, what is there for, understand all those things, and then, as I said, build applications in RAG agents. Because you are into infra part, because if you are a SRE developer, I want you to more focus on how your model is hosted. Uh, so let's say assume that you take a model, you take 120 billion parameter model, host that in cloud, see load balancing stuff, or see how do we optimize the usage. Let's say if you are getting 100 requests, how do we serve it effectively? So work on that more. I mean, you can work on this applied AI as well. Uh, Hosting the model, serving the model, you can work on that as well. That would be also adds more value to your resume is what I can say.
Okay, awesome. And my next question is that, I mean, so far what I see in most of the companies, what I heard, correct me if I'm quoting incorrectly, like most of the projects running in a vertical model rather than horizontal until unless the application is quietly business way. So do you think in future where the Gen AI really involve to go into horizontal model?
Yes, definitely. We would go into horizontal mode. It depends on the scale of the application. It depends on, see, right now, every company is trying to experiment the things, and then uh, everyone is unclear about some standard things. Okay, that is the reason why vertical is becoming more and more powerful because uh, we are still POC mode. From POC mode this year, people are pushing this into production, and then seeing some gains, but not more gains, I can say.
Mhm.
But yeah, indefinitely in future, in 1 or 2 years, definitely we will see applications would be scaled horizontal, and then there would be more and more users would be using more and more, is what I can say.
Okay, and my last question is as I mentioned that currently I am in initial steps on Gen AI, like learning transformers, one dot and CCOM, all this stuff. Okay, is it a good idea to take this course, applied Gen AI also in parallel? So I'm able to adopt.
Definitely, definitely. This is the best course I can say. 100 days, different mentors. So it's all about whenever you are learning is a phase where you'll only learn few things, right? But if I'm coming here and I'm saying, hey, I experienced this. See, I went into production. After going into production, I see rate limiting issue. So that issues you'll not encounter with by learning something, by learning some static portion, is what I can say. So experiences matter. That is the reason why whoever is coming, whoever is teaching from this KKR Gen AI, you will not get the static content. You will get the experience of knowing what are the real world problems, how to solve that real world problems. Yes, so few classes would be theoretical classes, few classes would be implementation classes, but yeah, getting that experience is what it is needed most, is what I can say. If you really need that experience, this is the best place, is what I can say.
Yeah, maybe for rest of the audience also, I would like to say I have tried multiple Gen AI courses, but I am really thankful that finally I got KKR sessions. The reason is that you, Shaker Master, especially you're always on the point, like not going around the bush. So that is what we really required, right? So time is also equally important for us. So
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
so much.
Yeah, no problem, Mamsi. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Vamsi, for the real feedback, and thank you, Shakra Master, for bringing the point that we are sharing the experience, not the static content. There are 12 plus mentors who come and teach. The core mentor is Shakra Master, and I would recommend follow Shakra Master classes. So definitely it helps a lot. He has his own LinkedIn and YouTube. Please follow him as well. He is our core mentor, so it helps to everyone. And the next one is Sam Garu. Please proceed. Your Sam Garu. The two Sams, Sam
Two
Yes
things.
Garu. Yeah,
Sam,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry, man. Sam Garu, are you able to unmute? Yes. Sam Garu, you can proceed. Whoever is unmute now.
I'm Sam T. If he's not there, I can proceed with
Yeah,
my
you can
question.
proceed, sir. Yeah, please.
Hey, Shekhar, I want to take a moment and thank you for the detailed sessions, but I have a couple of questions, and I would also like to connect with the organizer after the session, see the how much the cost and other things. Okay, Shekhar, you have clearly explained about the projects. We get a chance to work on the live projects, the Nexus, whatever the other projects you are doing on it. So I want to know, right now I'm jobless. I get a time I would like to do that, to work on apart from doing these training sessions, parallelly, I would like to work on the live projects. How much amount or how much of time we can get to spend, or I don't know. I know you're very busy, but I
No
would like to know
amount
that.
to pay. It is a free of cost. The live projects you can like once we enroll for this course, there is like very economic. We take very economic for the next 6 months to support. For live projects, even after the course or before the course or during the course, if you want to contribute for the proof of concept related projects, you can still come and join with us. We'll add you. But the class, there is no classes. There are like 5 to 10 members who come and add into WhatsApp group, and we will give the requirement. And there is one SME will be there. Weekly 2 to 3 stand-up calls will be there. There we have like a 1 hour stand-up where we discuss about what is our task and how whom the assignments and all. So based on the assignments, we have to start do R&D, do some implement, give your code or whatever the implementation about model training or whatever it is. Your contribution will be considered and documents in the GitHub and our ClickUp AI tool, where we will integrate once the SME reviews and everything is good, then we'll push to production. Okay, so those contributions you can still join, but those are permitted only if you enroll for the course. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
And
thank you. You can just call me offline
yeah,
so that I can
I will.
help you 15-20 minutes one-to-one session with you. I will help you,
Yeah,
don't worry. Okay.
yeah, sure,
See, the
sure.
maximum price we take is $500, not beyond that for the support next 6 months to 1 year. Okay. You can join as many as batches and all. And we want everyone to understand our efforts. Like we designed 40 projects in GitHub, 12 plus mentors communities, operates from USA, and we flexible Indian timings as well, because that's the reason we conduct 10 a.m. EST, which is 8 p.m. IST, where our India students also join and collaborate with us. So it's like we have been running from last 1.5 to 2 years, almost close. So we ran 5 batches successfully, and we recorded 650 plus hours recorded sessions. So we have huge content. It's not about you come and climb the content and get the access of 100 plus recorded hours and try listening and try joining the live classes, so that feels more experience and more comfort also. And the master like Shaker Master, they're very flexible. They take interview supports, helps in placing the interviews. Sometimes they will also help you on if you're stuck in project implementation or use cases implementation. Not only Shaker Master, there are like 12 mentors, similar kind of experience, very, very communicated people, very good people. They all working for MNCs in USA, and they come and join and help us. Okay, that's what I can promise.
Okay,
Okay,
perfect.
thank you,
That,
Shamgar.
the
Is there
other question
anyone? Sure, yeah, I have one of my team member posted my number. You can just save my number and ping me offline.
yeah,
In
sure.
WhatsApp, I will connect. There
Uh,
another Sam Garu. Yes, Sam. Last name is yes. You can also unmute. I'm trying to give you access. Unmute. Are you? I think. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, Bismay Garu. Yeah, Shekar Garu. Yeah, you can also call me. This is,
I'm not done yet, actually. I have one more question. He's talking
sure,
about a
sure.
lot of things right now is going on agentic AI and generative AI, but apart
Mhm.
from this, the computational AI, I think it little bit touched part it, but about the quantum AI is coming up into the picture. So I understand we need to have the basics before we jump onto those advanced levels, but what are the career prospects or what are the future upcoming opportunities in these areas, computational and quantum AI? These questions to Shekhar.
I think I'm poor in that. Maybe Shaker Master. Can you
Yeah.
answer this? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So in computational AI, as I said, definitely GPU engineering. So how do we effectively manage GPUs and all this stuff? It is becoming more and more evident. I mean, going forward, we'll see because computation is very, very important thing for us, right? I mean, GPUs are very costly. Building is becoming more and more, right? So effective uses of computation is very important. Computation engineering will be more and more evident in the upcoming years. That is one skill we would definitely need to master it, but start from core AI, sorry, start from applied AI, build one or two applications, so that you'll understand what are the limitations of AI, LLMs. You'll understand what are the strengths of LLMs. Once after that, understand the core architecture of LLMs, then understand the computational things. This is what I can say. And then with respect to quantum thing, I mean, it is also quantum computing is also becoming more and more evident. But yeah, I mean, I'm also not an expert, I can say. If I know, I'll say I know. But if I'm not, I'll say I'm not aware of that. If you want, I can do some more research and then I'll get back to you on what would be the future, what are the basics that are needed. But at the moment, I can't answer that question. Is what I can say, Sam.
Yeah, that's fine. But I have one more question to sum up
Mhm.
the last question I have is the all about AI ML engineer is building the agents and deploying and making the job is automation, either one agent or is it a multi-agent system? Is that the all about the AI ML engineer does apart from uh, you know the learning those LLMs? I come with
This is
no
one part. So there
programming.
are, there are hundreds and hundreds of roles. There is something called data scientist role. There is something called ML role. There is something called uh, AI role. So whatever you are
But
talking about,
yeah,
building
sorry.
agents
My
and
question
then
was not clear, I think. And right now, the most majority of the requirements and opportunities, they need somebody who can build, design, and deploy the AI
AI
agent
agents.
in their production. That is the most majority of the requirements I see. But
Yes.
yeah, that
Yeah,
yeah.
yes,
Thank you.
definitely. I mean, that is the core thing right now in the most of the requirements. We see they want people to build AI agents and deploy AI agents. That is what the industry is more shifting towards and gearing towards. Yes, you need to have more understanding of how agents are built and how the agents are deployed. That is the most part in your day-to-day activity as well. You need to know how to build the agent, how to build the system, from what is the business, how do you convert that business into business requirement into that agent is the most significant thing that you need to know.
So my other little add up to this question. So once we deploy the agent, that's it. The job of the ML AI ML engineer is done.
No,
So is there any? How do we manage any production issues comes up? Do we have any maintenance engineer in AI ML arena, or just build and deploy? Your job is done. We have to look for
no.
other job.
No, we need to. I mean, it's not like you're going to build everything in one go. So there would be hundreds and hundreds of features that we would be adding, and then you need to support some. It depends. I mean, generally people are right now not uh,
Looking for any support in
specific.
AI ML, right? Mm.
I mean, there is no specific role clarity right now. See, in one organization, a developer would be the one who looks into the production issues as well. So, uh, there is no person who is specifically designed for looking into these issues. The person who is working in the organization as an AI engineer would be working on some other feature, and then he would look into the production issue that comes. Yeah, there would be one person who is doing both the jobs. Right now, there is no separate entities, or there is no separate thing like maintenance engineer or support engineer for this AI roles.
Thank you, Shekhar. Thank you
Yeah,
for the clarification. Yeah, that's all for me. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. I think Sam is or Naveen, whoever is next, go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can.
I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so my name is Samir Shah, and thanks for this information. So I have a little bit background in cybersecurity and little bit of coding experience as well, mainly Java and Python. That's my background. However, I have a certification more in cloud, like Azure, and also I have certification in project management. So that's where the route I want to go to, like managing AI projects and things like that. So how would I get fitted into this uh, aspect of it?
Of this course, or I didn't get your question.
Yeah. So basically this course, and then like how would it benefit me?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, managing the AI projects and then project management, all this stuff. So right now, I understand. I mean, people are drawing that I want to go in this specific area, but we never know what is going to the future. So in next 2 years, there would be so much shift in how people work. Right now, you have so much of distinctions like front end engineer, back end engineer, project manager, delivery manager, all these stuffs. Right? I feel like, I
Scrum
mean,
masters. Yeah.
this is my prediction is that there would be there would be a person who does two jobs or three jobs. There will not be a single person saying that, hey, I would manage that stuff. So there would be one person who manages it and then who creates it. So you would be the one who will say that, hey, I'll put my hand, I'll implement this, and then I'll also manage this. I have very good management skills. I am the one who does the dual job. So or who does the right now you see everyone is talking about productivity, right? So once they see some productivity gains, what they'll say is that why can't you do this job as well because you have AI. So I understand that you want to move to a specific area. I want you to be more flexible, understand the AI architectures and how AI systems are built. Our course is also, there are two or three project managers who are managing the products. They'll come and teach how they are managing, how they are doing risk analysis. They'll come and explain how they are delivering the AI products, which would definitely help you. There would be around 10 or 15 hours of that content which is useful for you and for rest of the folks within this whoever is joined or whoever is going to join in our course. But yeah, I mean, to your question, what my answer is that we will help you with that in this course. But I am not 100% sure that 100% of the entire course would be on that. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then if we join the course, you guys help us like do marketing and prepare resumes and crack
Yes, we do.
interview. So I
Yeah.
mean, because I could not clear the interview, and I'm right now out of project as well. So
Yeah, I think yeah, we have an extensive marketing team. We have around 10 to 15 people who do this marketing. We have a very good agency which is run by Ram sir. You can definitely reach out to us once after completing this course, once after learning all these things. Or meanwhile, we will do all these stuffs like creating the resume, marketing, helping in whatever sense we can, giving frequently asked questions, doing support in whatever way we can. Definitely, we can help you on that, Sam. Please ping on one on one. You can take the contact number which is provided by Surya. We will schedule one-on-one call and then we will talk to you in more detail.
so is that the same number, you 470 number?
Yeah, 470 number.
Okay. So another question I have real quickly is, so instead of like going through all these courses, like joining it live, I rather prefer like the self-paced. Like if you have any recordings, something like that, where I could pay for it and expedite, because I want to move on quickly because it's been more than a year that I'm out of project, and I want to parallelly learn as well as like do marketing, start marketing as well. And
Sure.
this
Definitely,
is
we have pre-recorded sessions. I think we have around 650 hours of content, 650 videos that are recorded, and then we have a continuous batch with all the organized stuff. We will give you an access to that. Because your case is peculiar, please try to contact us. We will definitely guide you in whatever way you need. Okay.
okay.
I'm more into technical stuff, administrative skills. Everything was managed by Ram. So you can contact the contact number which is given by Surya. He will guide you in more details.
So that number that Ram gave or Surya shared, is it for RAM as well, or is there a separate number for RAM?
It's for RAM. It's for RAM.
Oh, okay.
The 470 number is for RAM.
Oh, okay. Do you have your number I could get as well?
Yes, I can. Definitely, I'll give you that as well. Okay.
Okay. Are you able to put it in the text or?
Sure, I will do that.
Okay. Because I'm a little bit confused and,
Got it.
Yeah, thank you, Master. Any other people? Abdul Garu, you can proceed.
I think
Yeah.
Chandra. Okay, go ahead. Whoever is.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Thank you so much for your time and explaining. You're awesome. Basically, I'm SAP background. I'm SAP BI data architect. I have more than 20 years experience in multiple domain, multiple industries. I want to change it to AI. So, what is the best role I can focus? Having this much of experience, 20 plus experience in SAP as a BI data architect.
So the primary thing I would recommend you is that first understand the architecture. So architect would be the great fit I can think of right now because with that great experience with across the industries, so you
Yeah.
can try for architect thing and then plus delivery as well, project management or delivery both. You can combine both things and then you can say that, hey, I have architected and I have delivered this, so you can say that and then you can target that for that role. And then you can see how these applications are built, what are the problems that you are facing, so you understand that, and then yeah, that is the best role is what I can think of right now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, Chandra, you can go ahead.
Sure, thank you. So I have two questions. One is technical and non-technical. So the RAG part. So one way to input is a PDF, chunk it and store it into a, convert the embeddings and store it into those vectors into a vector database. So is there a way other inputs also, say for example, we have a SharePoint documents or Confluence documents, those kind of documents are also we can give the source, you know, we can do that. And also you mentioned that RAG is gone with the ghost the agents. That means all are moved to the MCPs, or can you please talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Definitely. I mean, it's not only PDFs. We can do any type of document. It can be Word, it can be Excel, it can be SharePoint, it can be a Confluence page. Just take the document. Inputting the document is very very important to our pipeline. So how do we implement is where we need to see if there are some hundreds of Confluence plays. We need to first connect to that 100 Confluence pages, and then we need to get the Confluence information. Then we can pass that information to our ingestion pipeline. So all those data are not only PDFs. Any data can be fed into vector database. That is the first question. And then second question, what is your second question? I forgot.
So in the
MCP,
same.
okay, dead. RAG is dead. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's not completely dead. People are moving towards something called agentic RAG, where they are having this vector database as a tool, and then they are having some other tools like order details or so many other tools, and then they are kind of wrapping it in MCP right now. Yes, you are correct. So previously, that vector database itself is a big deal. Right now, vector database is a small part of the agent, and then we'll have different other things where agent will connect to different other sources, not only the vector database.
Okay, you mean to say that if you have a Confluence, if you give a main folder level and it read and chunk it and store it into, so that kind of a logic we can write it. You are
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah, I don't want to take much time. You have been talking long time. So last the generic, So you mentioned you have a core structure, level 1, level 2, level 3. So so your course covers the entire level 1, level 2, level 3. And also, I'm interested, and also I can contribute to your POCs. I've been working on the Java 10, 15 years, and big data almost around 10 years, all
Mhm.
those. But I can take your course and contribute to your POCs. Can you talk a little bit about the 3 courses we have to take, or a direct, how it works? Yes.
So you can take one course, which is the course that we are teaching right now. You'll get access to all those repos. Repos has different POCs, which is called level one, which is a bit basic. Level two, which is intermediate. Level three is bit more hard. Or if you are an AI engineer, you can contribute to those projects. So these projects are designed for different categories. So based on your level, we would be giving access to, let's say today I've been giving you access to a level one, and then you'll read through all the problem statements and they say, hey, this POC is good. I'm liking this. And then I would say, I can contribute to this. So these three levels are segregated to give to different audience based on your level of experience in AI. You can contribute based on your expertise. You can contribute to either, or we have some live projects which are going on working with different clients. If you are more interested, if you are showing some resilience, we will add you to those projects where you can come and contribute to our real world projects. We are working with different clients. You can work in those projects as well.
Got it. By chance, I'm from coming to. Do you have any office in Alpharetta area?
Yes,
I can
we
stop
do.
by.
Surya or anyone, can you
Yeah,
please ping
Chandra.
the.
Yeah, I'll go ahead, Shekhar. So we do have the office in Alfreta. We'll just give you the address in the chat.
Sure.
So,
I'll
and
stop
also
by.
your number. I'll also will share my number so you can just reach out offline so we can
Sure.
discuss further.
Sure. Sure. I can
Yeah.
do that. If you can send me or ping me, or I enroll of your form, just that way
Mm-hmm.
also fine. If you can ping the address or a phone number, I can talk. I don't want to take
Sure,
much
sure.
time here.
Surya will send in the chat. You can take a look at it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Abdul, you can go next. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Any other questions from anyone, guys?
Yes. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I didn't receive the number that you shared.
My number? Okay, just 1 minute. I'm just going to give you my
Are you
number.
gonna put it in a QA or is it in chat? Oh, okay,
You'll get it.
okay. 716 number?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Surya.
Yeah. I think no questions from anyone. Thank you so much for joining today's day 2 bootcamp, guys. I hope you enjoy this session. If you're not having any questions, feel free to drop off. If you have any questions, you can ask your questions as well.
Yeah, thank you, Master. I think, feel free to exit. Ramesh Garu, do you want to talk? I see you. Yeah,
Yes, a small
please.
question, like, because this
Yeah, no
course you
problem. No
mentioned,
problem.
yeah, this course you mentioned as coder, non-coder, right? Now, as per understanding, we have a common course. It fit for both coders and non-coders, right?
That is true. So we have a solid hybrid plan
Mm.
that covers like almost close to 100 days, which covers 100 to 120 hours. So yeah, it applies to both for coders and no coders as well.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes. Gen AI, there is no code dependence, but still there are some roles, right? So we can apply both.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. You are feel free to exit. Please wait for our messages and notification for the next week. You may get some recurrence meeting we are planning. So if there is a recurrence meeting, you will get the recurrence meeting. Or for week 2, day 1 and day 2, if there is a individual webinar links, we will share that individual webinar link so that you can join individually. So yeah, I will plan it and I will send you all next 1 or 2 days. Next week, Saturday, Sunday, we will conduct similarly 4 hours of sessions. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Ram Garu.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everyone. Happy weekend, everybody.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, please provide your feedback, any improvements from our side. Definitely we do that.
Ram,
Yeah.
I have one more question. Maybe this for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have completed my master's and I am jobless right now. Do you take students and train them and at your location in Alpharetta, or do
We
you
will,
just
just like reach me offline. Okay. Apurv
okay?
just posted our number,
I got
right? Just reach
I
me. You
got it.
can
I
come
got
to
it.
our office also. We have given the office address. Yeah.
Right, right. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll call you after this session. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shankar Master. Thank you, everyone.